see a lot of support from the crypto audience. So I think I saw 400,000 donated from one crypto group last night, and FTX did $25 to every user in Ukraine. A lot of cool support from crypto community, and OptyFi is obviously on board with that. So I'll just wait a minute here and we'll sit in solidarity with the people affected.
Am I late or am I early?
Late, man.
It's going to cost me extra gas fees.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna update that today. We have refactored the ETH vaults, so the gas is a little bit less of an issue. Also, we're gonna be expanding to Polygon and Avalanche coming up. So yeah, I'll get to that in a second. So today's agenda, we're gonna do refactored ETH vaults. Just to reiterate on that. OPTY token rewards. So I'm gonna explain to you guys after the Opty is released how the vault emissions will look like. Then Punk data science comp update, NFT roadmap or vault roadmap, and some community fun like always. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Should be. Okay. So I guess you guys didn't see that, but at the start I was just explaining that we'd do a minute of silence for people affected in Ukraine. Yeah, so that's the agenda I just explained today. For the referral program, to reiterate, we have a bunch of people that have been referred, and the whitelist has been updated, so a bunch of new people can deposit now in the ETH vaults. And the way it works, if you aren't aware, is if you are a super ETHler or power ETHler right now, and you invite your friend or refer a friend, that's how we're going to be growing the whitelist from now on. It's not me and Thiago trying to pick out the expansion list. It's our community. And when you refer your buddy, you'll earn an extra 10% of the rewards your friend is earning. So if you refer somebody that deposits 100,000 into USDC Vault, and let's say they're earning 50 Opty per day, that means that you'll earn another extra 5 Opty per day on your side. So the refactored vaults are here. I think they're going to be launched like in coming days, if like most likely this weekend. It's ready to go, just needs to be launched. The way that the reason for this was I think some users noticed there's a very large cost to withdraw right now. This is because the way that the vaults were originally engineered is that all users' funds would get removed from the vault automatically when somebody withdraws, and then we would count the tokens again and put them back in. So, well, the engine does that. Is what the point of that was, is to be super conservative, because a lot of attacks in DeFi have been due to oracle, like pricing oracles. People can manipulate the pricing oracle, and that leads to vulnerability. So if we take all of the tokens out, count them, and put them back in, this kind of eliminates that risk. But it is causing a big fee on the withdrawal side for gas, because gas is a bit nastier than when we originally started the architecture over a year ago. So what it has changed to is when you make a withdrawal, it's just you paying for the rebalance. It should be cheaper, and it isn't forcing the vault to do a full rebalance. Therefore, the full vault isn't taking on this slippage or fee in curve, let's say. So the slippage and fees are no longer an issue once we have the refactored vaults out. And this allows us to run all the adapters that we currently have. So we can put in convex or curve and not face any fees, which is the problem we were having and why USDC, for example, is currently sitting in Aave V1. So after this weekend, I put convex incoming because I'm assuming that's going to be the highest APY that we'll see. And so the base APY is going to be quite a bit higher pretty soon because we can run some better strategies. And then you'll still be earning the Opty reward on top of that, obviously. So juicier APY coming in for the ETH side vaults. And so the CryptoPunks data science competition update, we tried to make a pretty good incentive to participate. So it's going to be 5,000 Opty to the winner. Plus, you have the chance to become a strategist earning the NFT Vault fees. So the whole point of the data science competition for CryptoPunks is that these NFT Vaults are driven by experts, essentially. These are the strategists. For the NFT, the Genesis Vault, we have the CryptoPunk Vault being driven by a data scientist that develops the best model to determine which punk to buy. So you can get the big Opty reward, plus if your model is chosen as the model that will pick the punk to buy, then you become the strategist, and the strategist earns a portion of the vault fees as well. So not only do you get the 5,000 Opty, plus you also get the portion of the fees during the investment period, or at the end of the investment period, sorry. If you are like just a runner-up and you present a really good high-quality model, but you were just nudged out by somebody, then you can also get an opportunity to be a strategist in another vault. So we have a bunch more vaults coming up. I'm going to get to that in a second. You might be able to become a strategist for Bored Ape Yacht Club Vault, let's say. And if not, there's also more opportunities probably to contribute to OptyFi protocol in a data science way if you bring through a really impressive model in this competition. So this is the roadmap for the NFT Vaults tentative that we're thinking of. So the first one's going to be a CryptoPunk Vault. We're obviously starting on Ethereum, and the idea of long term is that we're just going to start easy, start safe, just like we did on the yield side with USDC and ETH. We're going to start with the kings, so CryptoPunk and Bored Ape Yacht Club as the first two vaults. But after that, the big idea of this is that you can get passive exposure to a theme which is driven by an expert. So in the pipeline after Bored Ape Yacht Club, we're thinking art, gaming, land, music, and then women power. So there's like a theme in NFTs of empowering women. There's crypto.chicks, world of women, etc. Like 5 or so big projects that have like had really, really good returns in the past few months because this empowering women theme is pretty cool. So we'd like to get a strategist or expert in there making some data-driven or just expertly advised qualitative decisions for that vault. So that's the themes that we're thinking of. And at the end of the call, I'm going to do a little poll to see if there's any particular projects or themes that you guys want to see put into the pipeline. So as you can see, like the mandates for each vault will be set. In the future, it'll be enforced smart contractually. The CryptoPunk and Bored Ape Yacht Club is just going to be 100% exposure to a CryptoPunk, of course, and like the single project and the asset will be like CryptoPunk as the theme. The strategy is going to be a HODL or arbitrage, and the strategist allocation is going to be 100%. In the future, we might have many strategist allocations. So that's why there's like a strategist allocation. Or, I mean, we might have many strategists. So each of them will get a different percent exposure, and they'll kind of prove themselves to be able to be allocated more of an exposure to the vault. And then in the case of, let's say, gaming, we can set mandates. So there can be, let's say, only maximum of 25% exposure to a single project, maximum 5% exposure to a single asset. This kind of like portfolio management will help ensure a little bit of diversification and safety for users, as well as hopefully maximize returns. And then the strategist's strategy and max allocation also is going to be set. So again, it's going to be enforced in the future. So if a strategist is whitelisted to buy, let's say, Pesky Penguin, then they won't actually be able to buy anything else. If they try to execute the trade, the vault won't let them. And the big concept of all of this for safety is that strategists are whitelisted to enact on behalf of the vault. The money isn't actually going to the strategist's wallet, and then let's say he's buying. So that's kind of out there already in existing funds, but what our Solidity dev Jason has been developing for the past few months is this smart contract, the vault that can execute the trades and has adapters built to Larva Labs and OpenSea and more in the future. For yield vaults, the Opty Rewards, we are going to explain this a little bit today. So the idea is, after vault launch, we wanted to create a system where like long-term capital is favored, and we could try to mitigate a little bit of speculation and dumping pressure. So the way this works is you'll be able to stake any vault token, actually, not just Opty. So let's say you deposit USDC into the USDC vault, you'll get your OPUSDC Grow token, and then you can turn around and decide to lock it for a certain amount of time. And this is liquid locking, so you can withdraw it if you need liquidity, but you'll face a little bit of a breakup fee on the principal. So the options are going to be most likely 6 months, 1 year, 18 months, and 2 years. And the percent APRs here are like super conservative. This is direct APR and doesn't consider compounding at all. So you can see at the price of Opty on the right in the green, what like the maturity date you chose and price that Opty is trading at would give you in terms of APR at the end of the period. But let's say if you choose the 2-year lock and Opty's at $1, you would earn 15% in Opty emissions over the period on top of the base reward. That's going to be linearly like distributed to you. So like on day 10, you'll have a little bit of Opty rewards you made. You can claim them and redeposit in the Opty staking contract, let's say. So there's plenty of obvious opportunity to compound these rates shown here. And again, to reiterate, that's massively conservative because it considers no compounding, and it considers that you claim at the end of the period. So that's kind of what it looks like for Opty rewards. The idea is, I think, like a lot of protocols, especially at the start, they're doing just LP mining and providing gigantic incentives for people to provide liquidity. But at OptyFi, we're actually trying to build a really valuable product. So the base reward itself is going to be high, because that's the whole concept. We're going to be building adapters to many different protocols, and you'll be running the optimal strategy across DeFi is the high level idea, right? So the base reward should be very good in itself. And then if you want to earn additional Opty rewards, you can oblige to stake it in the liquid staking for a certain time period and earn Opty rewards on top of that. We're not going to be putting out tons and tons of rewards. I know there's like a lot of speculators that are probably disappointed by that. And some people that might be disappointed, for example, with the amount of rewards that we're putting out in the alpha right now in the USDC and WETH vaults. It's 300 per day per vault. Obviously, a lot of other protocols have decided to pump a ton of tokens into rewards. That's not long term sustainable. So most of those projects have failed, and kind of the bag holders that believed in them long term eventually lost. So if you're putting out tons and tons of Opty tokens, that's obviously putting downward pressure on price, and a lot of noobs, are really incentivized by seeing a 600% APY, but that's basically useless if your principal goes from $1,000 to $20 over the period that you're invested. So we're trying to not do that. We're trying to favor long-term co-op capital. We are trying to favor a long-term plan, and the price of Opty we're trying to support and grow over the time. So yeah, that's basically all that I had for kind of technical updates. And I'll be around for questions if you guys have any after the call. But now we'll go with some community fun. Yeah, yeah, awesome. It's like I think yes, the speculators are going to be pissed, and the long-term believers are going to be happy. So I think like that's clearly the way that we're going to achieve maximum profitability in the long term, because we do have this really sophisticated product that is providing value. We're not just piggybacking on other protocols. We're trying to like achieve the highest APY possible in the first place. So the base APY itself is going to be pretty good. Um, so yeah, Thiago, we're on the community now. Want to talk about these couple of slides? Yeah, I have. The third one was OKX wallet.eth. Yes. I'm feeling pretty hyped today, so we're gonna play Party Rock. 1 second. And yeah, so there's gonna be 4 memes, and now we're gonna do a Opty prize actually for just answering. So at the end, there's gonna be a poll. I left the poll info in the community chat, and all of the participants in the poll are going to be in a raffle. The winner's going to get 50 Opti prize. All you got to do to be entered is answer these polls. So you got to just pick your best meme. I got some for your demo. What? 5 minutes? Awesome. Thanks, guys. Okay, let's do this. If you got it, yeah, just enter. There's a link in the community channel right above the call, and all you got to do is click on one of these to be entered in a raffle to win 50 Opti. So go there, put in your Discord name. It needs to be your Discord name. A lot of people, a few people last week just copied my Discord name, so I I don't want to be entered a bunch of times. Put your Discord name in and answer what is your favorite meme. Okay, I'll just do a couple more seconds. Looks like the market crash being protected by OptyFi is the winner right now. It's a good one. 5 seconds to get your answers in. You'll get one raffle entry per answer. So there's 2 questions today, and if you respond on both, that's two entries, 2 ticket entries, 2 raffle. Okay, cool. So market crash is the winner of the meme of the week. So you get an Opty prize, and then everybody that's entering gets a chance to win an Opty prize as well. Okay, here's a new one. So this one's just open response. I want to know what kind of a theme you'd like to see in NFT Vaults, or what kind of project you like the most. So examples: ETHROX. Right now, my PFP is Tubbycat. I think they're awesome. So, and put in whatever one you like to see. Bored Apes, Tubbycat. Lands. Yeah, I think the one that I'm most excited for is Metaverse Land. So the basically that vault will be allow us to hold a bunch of different land. It'll be almost like a REIT, I guess, in TradFi, but there's going to be an expert, either or probably a data scientist and qualitative experts in there, trying to figure out what the best land is to buy across many different metaverses. So like Axie Land, Sandbox, Decentraland, all of these things. Play to earn, a couple answers of play to earn. Yeah, gaming is down in the pipeline too. We think, like, obviously that's a hot area, and I'm excited for that vault because I'm not really a gamer and don't really feel comfortable investing in gaming, but I want the opportunity to get exposure to it to somebody that does know what they're doing. Currently, don't think I have any gaming. I have a Goons of Balatroon. It's the only gaming vault or gaming NFT I have. It's a cheap one that I think looks pretty cool. Dragon Force, Cats, Apostles. This is a little bit hard to read because I'm not sure if Apostles is the full answer, or if it's scrambling two words. Chumby, Econaut, Node. OptyFi and ETH. Oh, and that could be an NFT, I guess, maybe. Eventually. I just saw like Subgraph did an NFT update. So before it was impossible to transfer ownership of a subgraph. Now you can mint an NFT for the subgraph and then transfer ownership. So that's pretty cool. NFTs use cases are blowing up. And then I literally saw somebody the other day blew up a Lambo and fractionalized the exploded Lamborghini's parts into NFTs. So that's pretty crazy, but there's literally no limits to NFTs. Domains, yeah. Yeah, the thing, like, I was thinking for domains, it might be a good strategy to, like, if you were just betting on ETH adoption, then you might just want to, like, tailor or develop a bot or something that can allow you to say, just put the top 1,000 most popular names on Earth, and then buy any one of them that doesn't have an ENS domain attached to it yet. So then basically there's a really high probability that somebody with that name is going to want that ENS domain, and then the profitability would be really high in that case if you were able to assign it to yourself before that person gets in at a really cheap price. But other than that, I think domains is a pretty, like, it might be like a data driven task for sure. So it's a good prospect for NFT vaults, I think. I can't think of a way that you could really just manually bet on domains. It'd be like speculating on what name will be popular in the future, but I think a data scientist could do a much better job at the returns over time on this kind of a vault. Land, real estate, Chumby, above, books. Books, I haven't even thought of that actually. Is there NFTs for books? It's interesting. Valley, High Street. Yeah, thanks guys. Tons of stuff here. I'll take a look at the list after the call. Okay, thanks. I'll close that. Awesome. Thanks. So we're going to do a POAP again, like always, but we do a password now as well. So the password is Yeedle. It's not case sensitive, but that's how you spell Yeedle. Y-I-E-D-L. Yeedle. And for the folks that aren't natively English speaking, we actually wrote it out this time. So here it is. Take a screenshot of this POAP badge right here and enter the password Yeedle in Thiago's quiz, and you'll be able to get the POAP for today. $25. Okay, so you got 25 minutes to get the POAP if you do this. Hoping there's less issues this time with the actual word on the screen. So that's the password right there. Here, I'm just going to leave this up a minute because people last time weren't able to get the password down. And you need to take a screenshot of the POAP as well. So take a screenshot of my screen and you'll be good to go. Aside from that, that's all we got for a community call today. But if you want to ask any questions or just chat, you can speak up or write in the community events channel now, and I'll stick around for a little bit.